Hi guys, welcome back to Asteroids episode 6. Today we're going to finish off this series and complete our game. So let's get started. So if we run the game, then we see that it immediately starts. And that doesn't look too good, right? So let's make sure that before it starts, our title screen pops up. So what we can do to fix this is that you see whenever you start the title screen, you broadcast game over. So what you can just do is broadcast game over at the start. And to make sure that every single object is hidden, broadcast hide before you broadcast game over. Run the project and you see it works perfectly. Okay. Now what you can do is that before the asteroids start spawning, we can also put in a wait before that. So I'm going to have a wait 1 second before the loop starts. Run the project. And then you see the asteroids start coming. But what we can do to make this even more impressive is that, make a new variable, and we're going to call this asteroid direction. And make sure it's for this sprite only. You can set asteroid direction to direction. Because what we're going to do is have the asteroid actually rotate. So that would be way cooler. So let's do that. Make a new custom block. Call it move asteroid. Make sure it's not from that screen refresh. Okay. What we can do now is that we can change x by a multiplication operator of asteroid speed and you can also use the sign for x of asteroid direction. Duplicate this, turn this to change y by a cosine of asteroid direction. This will rotate the asteroid. This is the same thing as move asteroid steps. But what this can do is that we can actually change the direction we can actually rotate the asteroid. So get rid of move asteroid steps, and same thing in here. We're going to use move asteroid. So everything should be working the same. Yes, it works. Now let's actually move the asteroid. Make a new variable called, that's for the sprite only. You're going to call it rotate direction. Okay. And then you set rotate direction at the beginning to a random from 1 to 2. Okay? Make a new custom block called rotate. Make sure it's run without screen refresh. drag in a rotate block right below move asteroid. Okay, what you're gonna do now is drag in an if else statement. If rotate direction is equal to 1, then you're gonna turn clockwise 1 degree. Else, turn counterclockwise 2 degrees. 1 degree. So that you can have some randomization. Let's test this out. You see, it works. The asteroid is rotating. Let me just hide these variables. Let's test this out. Yes, it's rotating. Well, something else that we can do is we can choose random costumes for our asteroids. So I'm just gonna call this asteroid 1. Make sure there's no space. Duplicate this, and then we can make a different asteroid for our player. We can change the shape to make it different asteroid. Okay, so this is gonna be my second asteroid. Let's make a third asteroid. You can have as many asteroids as you want, but you're just going to have to adjust a bit to your asteroid count. Okay, so this is my second asteroid. Make sure everything is centered. I will have 3 different asteroids. So, before you create a clone of yourself, we're going to, actually, after you create a clone of yourself, before you show, you're going to switch costume to a join operator, and you're just going to call this asteroid. And a pick a random operator of 1 to as many costumes as you have, so that you can switch to different costumes. Let's test this out. Yes, I have different asteroids. There you go. So now, our game is looking much similar to the original asteroids. We can even add some different effects. Like, for example, of course, this is not in the original asteroids game, but we can add different effects. Like a ripple effect in the background. So let's add a ripple effect in the background. Make a circle like this. And make sure to have a gradient. And make sure the inner circle is transparent. And then the outer one is darker like the background. So this should do. I'm going to make it a bit more darker. Okay. And then what we can do is whenever you well, first of all, when green flag clicked, you're going to hide it. because we're going to be using clones. So hide. And then, when you receive game over, you're of course going to delete all the other... whenever you receive hide, you're going to delete the other ripple effects. So when you receive start, you're going to start the ripple effect. Make sure the original sprite is hidden. And then, in a forever loop, you're going to create a clone of yourself, and then wait 1.5 seconds. Okay. Before you do anything else, drag in a go to 00 whenever you start the project. Okay? Now, when you start as a clone, so to figure out the maximum size our ripple can be, we can try to set the size to as high as you can. And then in this case, the size can be a maximum of 711. So I'm going to use a show, and then before you do anything else, go to back layer, and then before you do anything else as well, you can set size to 100%. And then you repeat until size is greater than 705, so that there can be a margin of error. And then I'm going to change size by, I'm going to use 5. And then you can delete this clone. Let's test this out. As you can see, we have a nice ripple effect. But it doesn't look pretty good when you delete your ripple, right? So to fix this, what we can do is repeat 10, change ghost effect by 10. And before you do anything else as well, set ghost effect to 0. As you see, this works. This literally fades out. So as you see the ripple effect, it slowly fades away. Okay? But whenever you receive game over, you want to stop other scripts in the sprite, so to prevent new ripples from happening. Let's test this out. It works perfectly. Okay, so that's it for this episode. This is a great series that has come to an end. So, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Be sure to like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.